Privileged here to be joined by the great ginger GM, Simon Williams himself, good friend of mine. How you doing today, Simon?
All right, glad it's over. So yeah, my tournament at least, and very exciting at the top. I'm in the top three boards. All these players can win it, and the games are really exciting today as well, right? So like, who do you want to win it, Danny? You know,
Richard.
no, who do you actually want to
Yeah.
win it? Have you got anyone you'd like to see win
Well, for
the
me, mate, I
competition?
would say there's like a Switzerland type players. These people like Roberson who won't annoy me if they win. I know I'm a little bit of a jealous person. It's terrible that I'm
Yeah,
almost rooting against Rich. It's very sad, very tragic. I'm
it's,
like the Soleri of chess.
that is tragic. To be
You know the
fair,
Soleri. You've ever heard of Soleri?
do I want to? Yeah.
Well, no, Mozart, he had this rival called
Oh
Salieri,
right, of course.
Antonio Salieri, who apparently was jealous of his success.
He had a very good song. Yeah, I know some good stuff. But
Amadeus,
yes,
Amadeus.
yeah,
Yeah, that was the number one by Falco, who are an Austrian band.
yeah.
Um,
But I mean, the games are really exciting. I mean, obviously everyone talks about all the juniors in the tournament, and there's so many good English talent now. It's crazy, I mean, like in the last couple of years, I mean, more than the last couple of years, but especially I'd say the last sort of 4 or 5 years. Not even juniors, like young 20-year-olds have come through. So the future's looking very good. But the person I've been most impressed with is probably Stuart Conquest, because
we mentioned that on the
he's
street.
the old man of the
Yeah,
competition.
absolutely.
And we were joking before round one, we were walking to the venue, and we played here when he won the British in the last round and board one for the
Oh,
championships.
yeah. What, you and Mark?
Me and Stuart Conquest when he won
Oh,
it, when he
right.
actually won the
Yeah.
British. So
Did he beat you?
it was a draw, and
a draw.
he was half point ahead, so
And
he
then
won.
he got into a playoff.
Yeah, then he beat Keith in the playoff.
Wow.
But we were joking we'd be on board one in the last round, thinking that it'd be very tough, and here he is on board one in the last round. So it's really good to see.
Yeah, I mean, in that game, actually, if we just switch that,
Yeah,
this looks.
definitely. I mean, all the games are interesting, but I thought the way Stuart played this was pretty brilliant, actually, because obviously you're playing Vitiugov, like, originally a Russian, very good background in chess. So you've got black. How do you get a game where you can, try to get winning chances? And it's, if you play normal opening, you're going to struggle probably. You're going to get slightly worse position, and it's going to be very difficult. So he plays this move, which he's played earlier in the tournament, but I thought he was in a lot of trouble after about 5 moves. I didn't like the way it was going, but now suddenly he got this really exciting
By the
position,
way,
right?
just mention
Yeah.
that there was a game that our good friend John Naylor played as white against James Cobb in the British Championships in Scarborough, 1999.
Right.
So that's one of the games I remember where this H4 move appeared.
Yeah, I mean H4 is pretty normal because the Black Knight wants to come to. I don't know if there's any. I don't know how to use it. So the Black Knight wants to come to this square.
Yeah.
So
You
H4
could
is
press that as well.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, really normal move. But I mean, I really didn't like Stuart's position. Well, around here because it just looked like all his
Well,
moves are
actually,
so
there's
slow.
a better move here. This is a
Yeah.
move that you would possibly play here,
Probably
Simon.
D6, I assume is.
No, G4.
Oh, G4.
Or maybe
Okay.
Keith Arkle's
Yeah,
favourite
yeah.
chess move. I'm not sure he'd play it here. Like G4, I'm not sure would be Keith's
Yeah.
move here, right? But G3.
Maybe you can even play D6 and just play
Yeah.
Bishop C4, like
Is
after
that
taking.
no, check that move at D6?
So let's have a
the
look.
analysis.
Yeah, I mean, probably we should get up to date with the current
If you
position
turn
as well.
if you turn on the analysis,
Okay, but it looks
it's
to me,
D6 a move. Put that in. See what the engine thinks. He doesn't love it.
doesn't
actually.
like it. No. Okay, interesting.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but I mean, the position just looks like Black's really slow here. So from getting this position to the current position, and obviously Stuart's taken a lot of risks.
H5 was.
H5's
apparently
too slow. Yeah, definitely. So he plays D6.
But I understand why he played it because he wanted to discourage Black from going G6, Bishop G7.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah, and maybe this move's a bit too much as well because F4 again is trying to punish Stuart
That was the move that
by
I
opening up
suggested
the
on
position. I
commentary.
mean, it looks very natural, but I mean, if we go to the current position after C6, and now this move pushing it a little bit too much because it's a target, and obviously, well, knight here the computer doesn't like, but it looks very natural. So it gets quite complicated, and now the position opens
Apparently,
up.
Bishop F4 was the mistake, even though it looks very.
Very complicated. I
Very
mean, you can't always, the computer top moves. I wouldn't pay too much attention to them, but the current position, Yeah, it's looking like a really good Sicilian for black, right? So
But I said,
this
I don't know
position.
if you agree with me, Simon.
Yeah,
I mean, because you're quite a practical player.
yeah.
I said to Nick, even though Vitiugov is worse, I think he'll win this game because it's such a mess and he'll outcalculate Stuart. But Stuart's playing, keeps playing the top moves. I mean, this is one of the top moves. He keeps putting the
Yeah, I
pressure
mean,
back.
I have faith that Stuart's going to win this just because Stuart loves messy positions. He's played messy positions all his life.
Yeah, I don't know him as well as you do. That's
I mean,
probably.
Vichkov's obviously a much higher rate player, stronger player,
Yeah.
but Stuart's really up for this game.
I'm just in love with the high ratings.
You just
yeah.
love the ratings,
I
yeah.
just
You
love
don't,
ratings, yeah.
but I mean, but look at
No,
Black's
I agree with
pieces.
you.
I mean, if you
I'd
just
much rather be black. Much rather be
so
black.
easy to play, right? I mean, because like everything is pointing at the king. It looks like the king on D7 is weak.
Also, yeah, that's the only problem. If you get rook, let's say you have 3 moves in a row, rather than attacking moves, you'd actually go rook HD8, king E8, king F8, and then you don't have to worry about your king, and then you've got an attack for free.
Yeah.
You've got an attack for free,
But
so it's very unpleasant for black.
it looks like the black
white,
king is
sorry.
quite safe because white kind of needs a light squared bishop because the light squares are a bit weak.
Played a move quickly, by the way.
So-
He's played a move quickly.
Okay, well, let's see what he's played. So he's done another mistake calling the computer.
Wow.
And I can understand why it's a mistake because this is closing up the one file which white really had a chance to attack down. He didn't need to take here. So I don't think Vichkov's that comfortable in these messy positions. But I mean, if you just look at black's pieces, you've got the queen pointing to b2, you've got the rook, you've got the bishop, you've got the knight potentially jumping in, the other knight. So
I like the way you're taking over my computer, by the way. Nick's always like worried about.
Well, you know.
No, I'm a bit of a
You
control
can have it back in a minute. Sorry, there you go.
I'm joking.
I'll be gone in a
it's
sec anyway.
Good. It's good that you're taking.
No, I'll leave you guys to it.
No, but I just thought
just looks
thought
massive.
Queen E3. I mean, to be honest, this is an important decision as well, right? Because
Yeah, I mean, you can
you
go for
could
the
go
ending.
Queen E3 and get like a risk-free endgame.
I would never do that because I
Really?
mean, well, I mean, what's
Isn't it a good practical decision?
I'd be thinking, and I think very importantly, you always think, what can white do? If white can't get any counterplay here, then why swap queens off? Because I can just increase the pressure. So, like, yeah, I mean, I'd maybe bring my last rook in. This idea F5, F4 is very strong. Maybe you could show that.
I think that's a bit. It's very hard to find lines that are better for white. So actually, my whole analysis.
But what does white do here? I mean, what actual move does white play?
No. It's
This
very,
is,
it's
a problem.
actually very hard for white, and the thing is, it's very hard to find a line that is better for white. So my analysis, where Vitiugov will win because it's messy, but what are the lines that are better for white? There aren't any.
Well, I can't find a move. I mean, when you're playing chess, you're saying practically speaking, Stuart's moves are quite easy. You can play F5. You can swap queens, but that maybe makes it easier.
I just think he'll get nervous. I think he'll get nervous and make a blunder at some point.
They're probably both very nervous, right? I mean, they're playing for the British Championships. I mean, they've got to be nervous.
But do you find that, Simon? Obviously, I'll let you go soon, mate, because but do you find that there's like venues that you do well in, and
I find there's a lot of venues I don't do well in.
what was your game like today, by the way,
It
against
was
Jake?
a bit of a boring draw today. Yeah,
Just quite a boring draw. Do you want to show the game, or not really?
I
Not
don't
really?
know. I
It's
think
not
we should
really-
stick with the top games today. So
Yeah. What about the game between our good friend and obviously
yeah, we can.
Nick's
If we have a
brother?
quick look at the top games, then I'll go.
Let's have a quick look.
Yeah,
What about
but just asking about knight e3. I mean, knight e3 is definitely the kind of move you'd want to play. Well, I think he's got this move, unfortunately, and you can get yourself in a little bit of a pickle here because the knight can't move now because of the queen. And if you try to back the knight up, then there's maybe some g4 undermining
Very
move.
complex.
So it's, I mean, like you don't need to do that yet because you should always think, what can your opponent play? And I can't see a good move for white. So if I was black here, I'd just be thinking about trying to improve my
I think
position.
he'll go queen e3. I think he'll go queen e3 because it's a
Queen E-
risk-free
yeah,
pump.
maybe.
It's a risk-free pump.
Queen E3 is very tempting, I have to say, because you know.
It's a risk-free pump because you've also got to consider prize money situation. If you play the game, end game, and it's a draw, then I know what you mean, though. I know what you mean because given that it's a must-win game, really, it makes sense to play. If he has he seen F5? He might not see it. It's easy when we've got the engine, but he might not have seen F5.
But I mean, just bring another piece to an open file, you know, just because white can't do anything. And I think the way Stuart's played the opening, Stuart's picked an incredibly risky opening. So he's willing to take a lot of risks in this game. So he's been incredibly brave.
Yeah, I agree
which
with
so
you.
he's got to be in mind. But yeah, if we have a quick look at the other games before I go, if you
Absolutely.
don't
What
mind,
about
then
the
I'll go
game?
back.
What about the game on board too? Because that's becoming very, very sharp
How do we
now.
get to that one then?
Let me do it. Let me do it.
I'll let you have your computer back.
Yeah. Just in case you find my secret files. Right.
No, I don't want to find them, thanks.
Okay, so we've got this position on the board. Bishop A6. Wow.
Okay, I mean, again, this game was really exciting. I mean, Mickey rarely plays open Sicilians nowadays against the youngsters, so they're both, again, very brave play. The only way I think you've got a chance of beating Mickey with black is getting a mess like this. You can't beat Mickey in a normal position. It's nearly impossible. You've got to play an open Sicilian. And
I'm not sure Magnus Carlsen would agree with that. But
well,
that's
okay,
Magnus
if you're
Carlsen.
Magnus Carlsen, it's a different kettle of fish. But if you're a normal human being,
A British player.
if you're a British player, it's impossible to beat him in a normal position because he doesn't make mistakes. But this position is crazy. So I mean, obviously opposite side castling. So you just got to think really whose king's in more danger, right? I mean, there's a lot of immediate tactics going on. But Danny, I mean, you know these positions quite well. This is your type of position. I mean, I mean, without putting the evaluation bar on, that's the first question. Whose king is in more danger?
I just saw actually a comment in the YouTube chat. It said Adams is like plus 1.1, so he's actually played Queen C7, Simon.
Okay, only
So
move. I think.
I would expect you could sacrifice here. You could and then I think he's thinking about moves like F6. F6 makes a lot of sense, Simon, because after F6 you're hitting the bishop, right? You can't take the knight because you lose the rook, I guess. And then when the bishop drops back, I'm wondering if there's like a move like that, right? As crazy as it looks, knight F5, and if you take skis, as I always call it. I don't know where I got that one from. It's one of the poor ones in my repertoire. Is that a move or is it just garbage? What's the engine saying? It says white's better actually, so that's an interesting option.
I mean, you're playing. I mean, even for Mickey, he's going to be nervous, and if you play that line, and it's unclear, it's quite a big thing to do.
I think you might go F6 though, Simon, because I like this move is apparently a top move, but that also looks.
I was going to say bishop C4 because I think
your instincts are
well,
better
just
than
point
mine.
everything at your opponent's king, right? I mean,
And
take
now
your G6 because at least you're keeping more lines open here. This.
It looks very natural.
Sorry,
if he's seen that, it looks very natural.
I think the only thing with F6, it looks like a good move as long as you've got knight F5, but you don't want to close down the king side. You want to open up as many lines as you can.
I agree with
towards your king.
I agree
so
with
it
you.
kind of makes natural to try and make this move work.
Yeah.
And black's
He's calculating it. He's definitely calculating it.
yeah. I mean, black's counterplay here is very slow because black's got to play one of these two moves, right? But I mean, even when he plays that, it's no threat. So Mickey has a big initiative here because he's got these ideas, right? He's got this idea. And if we show the computer's top move, which I think he'll play, because you just point a piece towards your opponent's king.
Yeah.
I mean, it means you have to be willing to sacrifice a piece, but this is like a sacrifice you don't have to think about,
So
right?
you think these
This
games
is
have
easy.
potential? It'd be amazing if one of these games, like the Stuart Conquest game or the Mickey Adams game, not only helped them to win the championship, but also maybe win the best game prize. Because if he does this could be like our best game prize contender, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what you guys probably know better than me, which is the best game so far.
Well, we were
but
thinking
I don't
about the
know.
David Eggleston game against Gawain. That was a nice
good
game.
game.
And
Yeah.
Have you won any best game prizes?
No, not this year. No, definitely not.
I used to think there was
Not
inherent
any.
bias in the best game prize because there was several years where I played the British Chess Championships and I was in contention, and I was certain I was going to win the best game prize. But then again, that been biased on my part.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's just quickly. I'll let you go. Let's
Yeah,
just
sure. Just have a look at Richard's.
Richard's game.
I think you're right. I mean, Richard, I thought had a lovely opening, and I thought it was very clever what Peter did to give up this queen. And I mean, I guess the position should be dynamically equal.
Dynamically equal,
I guess.
absolutely, yeah.
But I mean, again, this is another game which is a real mess.
a move like Bishop D5, or hang on, walking to Knight C7. Maybe a Knight C6 anyway.
Well, I think with all the positions on the top board, what you've got to ask yourself is not just the computer valuation, but whose position is easier to play. So Stuart's position is easier to play. Mickey's position is easier to play.
Absolutely.
And I'd probably rather be black here because black's moves, like you say, you put your bishop in the middle. like you say. So, and that makes a big difference, right? If you can play your moves quite quickly. Maybe this one's a bit unclear. I mean,
I think actually bishop a6 is, Simon, is an option, because after knight c7, there's either bishop d3 or bishop takes f1, knight a8, bishop d3 there. So I'm wondering whether he's only got 12 minutes though. This game is going to come down to how Peter Roberson handles his clock, I think.
Do you think Richard's going to win the British, Nick, this year?
I thought you were going to say,
Yeah, bishop a6 is obviously a key move. Let's maybe just.
What's the engine saying? Bishop a6 is the top move. Yeah, he has to find bishop a6 though. Anything else is, because knight d6 is coming in. Which suddenly looking very good. You have.
So what would you do after bishop a6? Maybe it's just a really good move. Does that work?
That loses.
But just bishop takes rook, yeah.
You can't play that move. If he finds bishop a6, he looks like he's about ready to make a move.
Well, it's quite an obvious move as well. I mean, you pin the knight to the rook, right?
Yeah, I think he's about ready to.
Do you have to guard the knight if you go bishop a6? But that looks really risky. But you can attack the knight at the same time. You go queen a4, yeah. So at least this way you're.
But rook here, and then it looks fairly comfortable for black. I think if Peter Roberson finds bishop a6, he's in a good spot.
But at least this way I can just take the knight, worst case scenario, right? And I don't lose any material.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's about ready to make a move. He's gone for bishop a6. He played the top move. This is
scary for Richard.
Yeah, it's funny how, like, in two of the games, black is suddenly maybe the ones, particularly in the. I mean, we'll just have a quick look back at that game. See, he's played your move f5. He might well win now. Yeah.
I mean, I think Stuart's playing brilliantly, and he's playing without any nerves.
This is a real serious test for
I mean,
2700
if you beat Vitiugov with black in the last round, you deserve to win the British, right? So I mean,
absolutely,
it goes without saying.
And he beat Shreyas, who's like the young pretender.
Yeah, I mean, he did he blunder? Let's have a look. So this is getting quite critical for Richard. And
he's gone knight c7.
Oh, he played this quickly. Okay, so the problem with this move, we're thinking, okay, well, you always should calculate the most critical moves first. So the most critical move is taking the rook. White has to take this one, otherwise you're going to be too much material down now.
I think the idea is a back ranker, right?
So you take, you have to take here.
Yeah.
And now, isn't it your bishop?
It's a bishop d3. There's a back ranker because if you go, say, queen c3, maybe I'll just go bishop. Oh, no, hang on. I go bishop e4. Because if I go bishop g6, you go bishop f3. So I go bishop e4 is the killer. Yeah.
Let's just double check, shall we? Yeah. There's a lot of moves there. Bishop anywhere.
Oh, no, not bishop e4 because of f3.
Yeah. This is what black wants to get in.
Bishop e2.
This could just be losing for Richard.
but what happens if you take on f1? Surely that's also not that bad.
Okay, so maybe you have to, but then now if you look at the material, obviously black's got the material.
Wow, we couldn't get Roberson possibly moving to.
You got this knight coming into the middle, and
that's also worrying. I don't want Peter Roberson to win the British either. Yeah. That's quite worrying. That somebody I know socially.
Did you want anyone to win the British?
Nah,
you want everyone to lose
just
the British.
Me, mate. Just me. I don't mind people like Vitiugov because they're like Switzerland, right? They're neutral. I don't know them, so I'm not jealous of them.
But you don't want anyone you know to win the British.
Oh, it's terrible.
No one. Okay.
Keith would have been the worst nightmare.
Keith would be the worst. Yeah,
that never happened
for you. Yeah. What about?
No, I would have wanted you to win, mate.
Well, you say that now, but surely if I was up
it's only because you're at.
Didn't get the fish. Yeah. I know he's gonna. I mean, it's Roberson to move. The only thing that Peter's very good in time trouble, so I don't think this lack of time is a problem. But at the moment, I'll leave you to it. But
yeah, thank you.
It looks like Stuart's going to win. I think Mickey's going to win, and
I'm not convinced about Stuart winning. By the way,
yeah.
Mickey's gone wrong. By the way,
okay.
He's taken.
Oh, right. Okay.
He's taken. His nerves are kicking in.
Yeah, even Mickey gets nervous, right? But.
Could get Roberson outright champion, right? If Conquest bungles to a draw.
No, Conquest will win. Conquest will win. So
and Mickey, it's all about.
I'll let Nick come back anyway. So yeah.
Yeah. Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, man.